conquer the frantic holocaust. That once played inside my mind, played inside my mind, lost in space and time beyond. Now the chains and the shackles are all gone. I resurrected my soul. No control. No, no, no.
Resurrection.
I resurrected my soul.
Resurrection. Resurrection.
I've got no control.
Resurrection. Resurrection.
The world resides in me. It has no ending. I live on. Projection of illusion. The sun gives light to all. Behold, I resurrected my soul.
Resurrection. Resurrection.
I've got no control. No, no, no.
Resurrection.
I resurrected my soul.
Resurrection.
Oh,
Resurrection.
I've got no control. I've got no control. Yeah, yeah.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized, with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division.
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true you have batteries selling for $488?
Yes, Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools.
Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Granny, do you have $488 to lend me?
Hi, what's up TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
From the moment you first crossed eyes
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide, go Growing into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MC Duke, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Pastor Hannah A. Parbu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the street 919 FM every first and third Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
He heals me when I'm broken. Strength where I've been weak. Forever he'll reign.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you could get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the house of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Tune in to the Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the Street 919 FM.
The journey's almost over.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Well, a pleasant good morning to each and everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Titans of Democracy right here on the street, 919 FM. Let me thank the Heavenly Father for bringing me here safe, sound, and all together in one piece. A pleasant good morning going out to my entire family. Good morning to the lovely Miss Sharon Felix and her entire family, to Mr. Dominic Romain and his entire family. Good morning to you, all our callers, all our listeners, all our viewers online. For those of you that are always locked on via whatever mechanism that you are, it's always good to have you guys on the inside with us. Let me also say pleasant good morning going on to the management and staff of the Street 909 FM. Good morning to Mr. Iwer George and his entire family. Tobago. Good morning, guys. I know you are locked on. Yes. Good morning. I'm awaiting the arrival of Dominic. Dominic is going to be in for Sharon today. She has some stuff she needs to deal with this morning. So I just take one or two calls before we get into things, okay? So, caller, good morning.
Lift up the pulpit, be joyful and sing. Jesus is coming again. Jesus is coming again. Good morning, Bruce. Morning, friends. The people good morning, Dominic. Good morning to the whole cast of 91.9. Turn on your radio. Tell somebody that Bruce is on there. 91.9. Good morning to Patsy Street. Good morning, Gilfin. Good morning to 1285. Good morning to Uman Oga. Good morning to Jackie and Jackie. Good morning to everybody. Miss Faizabad. The whole of Tobago. Good morning. Good morning to... I forget who I called. Anyway, good morning. Good morning to you. Miss Jenny, good morning to you. Miss Tunapuna, good morning. I want to say love is the answer. So talk to everybody, Bruce. I'll talk to you later. Hey, Dr. Rowley, hold the joystick in your hand. Mash the extra board and full corner as you're supposed to pull it. Don't let them tell you fighting the last time they tell you fighting the full corner because of this and all kind of thing. Full corner, who fall off. You're supposed to be holding on good. So, with that, good morning to Gilfin and Miss Sheila, good morning to you. Go on, Bonnie Guns and Monk Club Sour Man. Go on.
Caller, good morning.
Bruce, good morning to you, Bruce.
Morning.
How are you doing, Bruce?
Hi there, cool. How are you this morning?
Good. I'll make sure I stay back to call to wish Deep South happy birthday to you, Deep South, and to Beverly, Alexis down there all the way from South. Happy birthday to you both. Bruce,
Oi.
I want you to play something nice to Deep South for me, please. Bruce, I am asking and I'm begging you a happy birthday tune for me, please.
Nah, you don't have to beg at all. I'm a boy. You don't have to beg at all.
It's birthday, Deep South. I don't know what you're doing, but you enjoy your day. You and Beverly, you all enjoy all the day. Bruce, everything all right with you?
Yeah, man, everything good.
Well, Bruce, what I can say, our table and our plate is filled. You understand me, Bruce?
Yes,
we have enough food on it. But I'll call back in if I get chance.
No problem.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yes. Deep South. Blessed and strong, my brother. Oh, yeah, get a call later. So, guys, call me up. Caller, good morning.
Hey, happy birthday, Deep South. I didn't know you had a birthday, boy. I'm bringing ice cream for you. Sit down and wait for that coming.
Oh, gosh. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce, Sharon, and everyone else. Good morning. Good special morning to Mr. Deep South. I wish you many, many more years. Not only good years, but with health, strength, and you see the brain upstairs. I want it functioning the same way until what time the Lord tell you, here I am. Okay, but Deep South, I wish you all the best. Good health and strength. Take care. Bye.
Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Bruce, man. How you doing, man?
I did. Cool morning.
Good morning to you. Now, this is Dominic. Morning to Sharon. Morning to our listeners. And as usual, thanks very much for, morning, me, I just always call it my good cup of coffee in the morning, giving information and everything for the day. Morning to Deep South. And, we look forward to the conversation.
Yes.
Okay, be safe, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Take care. So let me say good morning to Mr. Dominic Romain, who has just joined me in studio. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning, sir. Morning.
Nice. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I didn't anticipate being here this morning. But, duty call, so I'm sitting in for my sister this morning. Yes.
Oh, gosh. The lady called me last night. She said, Dominic's on in the morning.
Yes.
So say, yes. Yes, my dear. Yes, boss. So we are here this morning. So guys, we're going to get into the papers for today, Wednesday, the 29th of September 2021. So we're going to hold. Okay, let me just take this call. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant good morning to you, both Spain Master of Music.
Morning, Lady J.
How you doing, love?
Hi there, cool. How are you?
Not bad at all.
Nice.
Morning, Mr. Dominic.
Morning.
The sweet man. The intellectual. Morning, Sharon Felix, my breath of fresh air, and your family, everybody. Morning, Angie, Miss Tinapuna, Mommy Sauce, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Chance. A special morning to you. I want to say happy birthday to my son, Tiffany, and to Deep South. May they all have blessings be showered upon them. May they continue to live the life of the Lord, and may God guide and protect them throughout this life. And I want to say an early happy birthday to the people of this area in Mova here. Dr. Hyde, Seretsi Maitland, Sheldon Cropper. They all celebrating their birthday on weekend coming. But it's a whole set of birthday party that's be going on from today until weekend. Right? But with the COVID, we just have to humble ourselves.
Yeah.
So, everybody have a blessed, safe, and holy day. God bless.
Thank you. So, guys, at this time, we'll hold on the calls and we're going to get into the papers for today. Wednesday, the 29th of September 2021. So, in the Express, headlines in the Express, tangled web. Annan questions relationship between former Police Service Commission member Kawal Singh, the AG and Griffith. And pay us our salaries, please. So let's see what's going on the inside. Chaguanas, Port of Spain taxi fares go up by $4. Passengers have been left cringing as fares increases loom for two major transportation routes. I will get back to that. I know Dominic come to deal with this morning, but I have a few curse words for this. Yeah.
Curse away.
Yeah. Let me make sure and find my
a disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Make sure and get my friend here. See if I find him. Wait, let me see where to put you. Put you right here. So when time come, I could say some stuff here, understand? Right. Back to that just now. Let me continue. Annan out for me. Former member of the Police Service Commission, POLSC, Roger Kawal Singh, yesterday admitted that he received a firearm user's license FLU during Gary Griffith's tenure. AG, an attempt to politicize the matter. Take what Alan Ramlogan, former Attorney General, says with a ton of salt. So said Attorney General Faris Alwari as he responded to claims of a strong Okay, hold on. Right, get inside. Of a strong relationship between himself and the former Police Service Commission PLSC member Roger Kawal Singh, and that Kawal Singh was driving a Porsche Cayenne which was still registered in his Alwari's name. What the hell is this? Trini DJ's daughter missing in Florida, suspect found dead. Police in Orlando, Florida are still searching for 19-year-old Mia Macano, the daughter of Trinidadian DJ who went missing on Friday. Tobago records 26 new COVID-19 cases. Tobago has recorded 26 new cases of the COVID-19 virus within the past 24 hours. Struck down by police squad car, a Barpaw woman standing at the gate of her home was struck by a police vehicle and pinned to her fence on Monday afternoon. Beaten, gun put in mouth. A Sangre Grande man is calling on Acting Commissioner of Police McDonald Jacob, National Security Minister Fitzgerald Hines, and the Police Complaints Authority to look into what he describes as a blatant abuse of power and brutality by 4 police officers. Minister sees return to tourism growth. COVID survivor, multiple organs damaged. A pandemic of unvaccinated, Brown tells UN. President puzzled. So these are the stories making way in the Express. Over to the Newsday. Smaller crowds at North COVID-19 vaccination sites after Monday's rush. Phase 2 Pangrove members vaccinated look forward to playing again. Excellent. NFM, no increase in flour prices. That'll bring her back another no. Slain Claxton Bay mother, daughter cremated. You're making too much noise in my head now. Two shootings reported in East Trinidad. Venezuelans worried about slow delivery of extended permits. Maxi and taxi fares go up from October 11th. No pay for lake asphalt workers, but government promises urgent subvention. Hunters warned to practice restraint as season opens. Energy Chamber urges government take advantage of increased energy prices. Cop testifies for colleague in 2007 Sinbab's murder trial. Nicola Cross wins Best Film for Becky in Trinidad and Tobago Festival. Congratulations. Trinidad and Tobago, Paraguay draw 2-2 in Pan Am hockey. Well done, ladies. Tobago Tourism Agency wants budget funding to revive sector. Health Ministry, vaccines available across the country. Kamla claims PM met President on acting police commissioner nominees. No pay for 2 months. Lake asphalt workers ready to rumble. Ex-WICB pro Imran Khan dies of COVID-19. Condolences to his family. Man killed in taxi in Brazil village. And these are the stories making way in the newsday. So, over to the, over to the Guardian, headlines in the Guardian. Taxi maxi fare hike. It's in all the papers, eh? Man killed as gunmen ambush taxi. The front seat passenger in a taxi was yesterday shot dead by a gunman who blocked the taxi's path along the road. Woman 34 shot at home. Cop accused of murder maintains he acted in self-defense. Local distributors, global problems to blame for increase in food prices. Health experts, COVID-19 surge imminent with Delta variant in community spread. Major taxi maxi fare hike along popular routes. Country records highest jump in daily vaccinations since September 11th. Who is Bliss? Tobago PNM gearing up for upcoming THA polls. Griffith out of country again, leaves with son for club football trials. Search party finds body of missing laborer at sea. Woman knocked down by police SUV thanks God for life. Tobago Chamber expects sweeteners for THA elections. Vasant urges government ahead of budget, hit the reset button. Hours after protests, Lake asphalt workers to get outstanding wages. Joint chambers encouraged by increased vaccinations. Woman 26 missing. And these are the stories making way in the Guardian, the Express, and the Newsday at this time. Yes, so as I usually do, Dominic.
Yes, sir.
I hand it over to you until I'm ready to cuss.
Oh boy. I tell you, pull up your disclaimer.
I trying to figure out this. I'll come in. I trying to figure out this. I'm like the average person right now, salary not increasing enough. So the prices in the grocery going up, and now someone who is into the, how should I say, shipping and receiving business explained to me that a lot of the tariffs have gone up on shipping.
Yeah.
Right? Hence the kickback with this increase in prices where food and stuff is concerned.
Right.
Probably other items as well, you know. Okay, alright. But remember now, taxi drivers, maxi drivers, now I understand, yes, because of this whole COVID thing, nobody's making the quota. But my salary ain't going up another month.
Right.
My salary has no increase to it.
Yeah.
So, food prices going up, other items going up, taxi fares going up. So people, if you realize that I could reach to work 6:30, 7 o'clock, is because I have begun to walk.
Well, you gotta take a short drop and walk the rest.
Come on. No, because I mean this What are you supposed to do, boy?
I two Sundays ago, Bruce, I drew reference to the fact that we always like to compare Trinidad and Tobago to Singapore, and I said we could never be like Singapore because aside from money, the four other ingredients you're required to be like Singapore: discipline, tolerance, production, and sacrifice. And we don't know sacrifice, especially certain individuals, right? Because everybody has been called on to make sacrifices given the current situation.
Yeah.
It's not just Trinidad and Tobago, it's a global issue. And but some persons have decided, look, we're not willing to continue to make that sacrifice as everybody else has to. And we have it within our power to increase the price of whatever it is, whatever good or service that we offer to the general public, because we can. But the wider public doesn't have that opportunity. So for the salaried person who has an 8 to 4 job or a 9 to 5 job, they can't increase their salary. So, and they're already struggling as it is, having to deal with increased prices in the grocery, and now having to deal with increased prices in terms of transportation. In fact, I saw on Facebook this morning a screenshot of a WhatsApp chat between a student and his teacher, and he's telling the teacher, where he lives, the price. They've indicated that the price of transport is going to go up, so he wouldn't be able to come to school. And I think he's preparing for exams, and he was supposed to be coming back out. So he told her he wouldn't be able to come to school every day because the parents can't afford. He wouldn't be able to afford that. But it's unfortunate. The strong will survive, Bruce.
Well, here what going to happen now. Here what I suggest to help this PTSC. I think we need to put some things in place where PTSC classes could come out a little earlier than the curfew time.
Yeah.
So that, let me say, they will meet folks on the road, let us say 5 past 5, 10 past 5, that kind of way, to get people to their destinations. Yeah, because I'm not going to close down, says I'll come back. Dominic, you'll take over for the time. I'll come in back. Angie, morning.
Yes. Morning, Angie. I delivered your message yesterday, so yeah. So you see, he behaving himself this morning. Yeah, so folks, as Bruce and I are discussing the issue, so we see every day something else, some notice is coming out that something else is going to be increased. Some people are trying to play smart with foolishness to tell you that this increase is because of the impending property tax. But nothing could be further from the truth. And even if that is the case, where some people are using the impending property tax to increase the prices of their goods and services, that to me is very disingenuous, as I've said before, since there has been no announcement from the government as to when that property tax is going to come into place. So people are just using anything that they can as an excuse, since everybody else increasing the prices of stuff. Well, hey, let's just jump on the bandwagon now and see what is going to happen. But as I've heard some people say, and rightly so, make your own bread. As Bruce read just now, NFM said the price of flour isn't going up, so go on YouTube. There are tutorials. If you don't know how to knead flour, time for you to learn to do it. Just leave this stuff on the shelf, and when they come back to the establishments and they realize that the shelves, all the bread and the other products that they place on the shelves are still there, they have a choice. They could dump it or reduce the price, but sacrifice has to be made. And you see, the thing that always irks me with these people is the fact that they will complain that the price of this gone up and the price of that gone up, this gone up by 30% and whatnot, and so they have to increase their prices to offset. Right, but you all have no problems going to Mercedes and going to Lifestyle Motors and spending millions of dollars to buy high-end vehicles, 3 and 4 vehicles when you pass by your home, spending millions to build palatial homes, multiple cars in your driveway. You have no problem with that. And this comes off of the backs of the average citizen who's struggling to make ends meet. Everybody has been affected. Some people have been fortunate, they still have a job, but their salaries have been cut. And they're trying to juggle now and see what they could do. And now you come to place a further burden on them. I understand, Bruce, that's okay with respect to the maxi taxi drivers will see, well, you know, they've given a number of reasons. They said because of the reduction in the number of people that they could, I think it's at 75% now. They would have announced initially, some of them, that they were going to do this fare increase when it was 50%. Government increased it to 75%. And as things open back up more, eventually we're going to get to the point of 100%. So there's that. Then there's the issue of them talking about they're not able to make their bank payments for their vehicles and so on, and all of that. And the cost of insurance, some of them can't pay the insurance. But a lot of the issues, Bruce, that has resulted in this situation are temporary. And once it is that if it is, and kudos to the citizens, because I looked yesterday at the COVID report, and for the first time in a couple of weeks, we've seen a jump in the number of daily vaccinations. First time. I think there were almost 3,500 people the day before, and then we saw similar long lines yesterday. So we get in there, we are now at 570,000 first doses, and of course those will equate when those people get the second doses. So we get into that point. And I think we also seen it reflected in the number of deaths that we see in daily. As more people get vaccinated, and even if they become infected, the disease will not be as bad, and therefore there's a less likelihood of death. But so things are happening that could result in the country, the economy getting back to some level of normalcy. But and we continue to make the point whenever this topic comes up, that when everything goes back to normal, these guys are not going to say, well, okay, let's reduce the fare.
Well, that's it.
You're not doing that. If the reasons for which you are increasing your fare is temporary, when they no longer exist, you're not going to go by, you're going to leave it as is. And which is very unfortunate. But the people who now have to, so whichever parent now have to sit down and bust it. And this is why some parents are reluctant to send their children out to school. And while they may use the pandemic as the excuse, the fact is parents now are saving money because they don't have to pay passage. Households where you have 2 and 3 children, and these parents will have to find money to give the children for passage. This is money that could be used for other things, to pay a bill, to buy food. And so the current situation works for some parents who might have suffered a reduction in salary and so on. But it's unfortunate, but you know, we see how things play out.
I don't know about it. You see, now when you do that, what is going to now happen is the average person is going to look at their options.
Yeah.
You're not going to renege on your food. You're not going to say, I'm not going to buy food.
Yeah.
Right? But I do have to travel to get to work, to and from work, in order to make the money to pay to buy the food. So what do I now do? Well, somebody told me yesterday, PTSC working.
Yeah.
So let me find out how the bus runs, and I wouldn't have a choice. I would have to use that alternative because remember, as I say, we're not getting an increase in salary, and in some instances I have seen that this increase is like $4.
Yeah.
Right? Now, in all fairness, I have nothing against the maxi and taxi drivers. I understand what everybody going through, but again, it's just that everybody's going through it.
Yes.
So it's not you all alone have to make a sacrifice. The average citizen who travels with you on a daily basis has to make that sacrifice as well.
Correct.
Like, I heard somebody complaining that day on 2013 salary, and I hear any with that. But like I explained to the individual, I say, you working within the public service, so you could complain all that all you want and make all the noise. What about the people that working in the private sector? Anybody could come and talk about only on 2013 salary? Each and every single working person would love to have a raise right about now. Everybody. Doesn't matter how much money you're making, who you are. Excuse me. Everybody could do with a raise right now. It just ain't happening that way. So you guys decided to raise your fare come October 11th. Now, come October 11th, and you'll see a decrease in the traveling public. Then what? What are you going to do? I was telling somebody at the time, I love the housewives of America. You know? And they get vexed with me. I say, no, I remember milk had raised. And the housewives of America decided, okay, you're raising the milk, we won't buy the milk. And I think when I came in, you was talking about something similar to that, where people will, people will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Oh, look how you're raising, and they still go and buy it.
Yeah.
Housewives of America say, we're not buying that.
Yeah. Well, that's you have YouTube tutorials and everything. Anything you want to do, you can just go type in, and there are videos on YouTube showing you how to do it. I mean, it may not come out the best at the first try, but you know, repetition. If at first you don't succeed, try again, and then you're making your own bread. There are bakeries all around the country. Patronize your bakery, your neighborhood bakery. Kiss isn't the only option. So it's time for the people to teach some of these businesses a lesson. If you want to be greedy, well, okay. Well, when it is, as I said, all your products remain on the shelf and then you have to dump it. You have to do something. Because if it ain't selling, you still ain't making money. So.
Well, you see what is going to happen now, and what they fail to realize is people now they don't have a choice. They have to ban your belly somehow or the other.
Yeah.
And pick and choose the needs from the wants. You understand?
Correct.
So if I normally buy this because I want it, I ain't gonna happen again. I only buy one need. So,
yes, wants will become needs. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's good for you too. I mean, stop eating so much flour anyway. Health wise. Yeah. Put on your cut, drop some weight and So.
Latifa and Hugh, morning guys, morning everyone on YouTube and on Facebook. A lot of people don't eat certain bread and stuff like that.
Yes.
Now mind you, this is nothing against these companies, people. This is not anything against any of these companies. Let me get that clear. That is my disclaimer this morning. We are not bashing anybody. Just saying it's a bit tough right now at this particular time here, with all these little increases that keep coming up, because everything adds up. The average salary isn't in, I don't think it's going to move anytime soon. So I don't know.
Right. So so I have another early morning boost when I leave here. I'm heading down to Power Boats. It's Power Boats. So the board of the trustees, we treating some energy executives to a tour of some of the islands down the road. So today, well, we have to come up with innovative ways to generate income, because our tours, which was our second major income generator after government subvention, was hard hit by COVID. So we quote in some of these corporate entities, get them to fund some of our initiatives and so on. So today is one such exercise. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. So, Bruce, I've always said, and it's worth repeating, and I think Fitzgerald Hines mentioned it, I can't remember exactly, that if hypocrisy had a face, it would be the UNC. Let me repeat that. If hypocrisy had a face, it would be the UNC. I saw a story pop up on Facebook last night. Right? I decided to save it. That was before Sharon called me. I didn't know I was coming out. Right? So I said, I'm going to save it for Thursday. And then I decided to go back to look at it, right? I can't find it, because it was in the Guardian. Can't find it. All the social media platforms that the story was on, it gone.
It's gone?
Yeah, so I don't know if somebody from the UNC pick up the phone and call the Guardian media and ask them to remove it. But you remember a statement that was made by a certain PNM official, Calcutta ship? Right. I remember how much blows he got for that? Right. So at the UNC's Monday night forum, Wade Mark, and I find it take long, because I was wondering when they were going to come to attack the hotel, the Marriott Hotel, I suppose. Well, they finally got around to it. Right? And Wade Mark, being the quintessential Negro for sale that he is, he was chosen to do the needful Monday night, right? And he starts off his salvo with the 1% boat coming down to Tobago.
Wow.
Yes, I wonder what inspired that quote. The 1% boat coming to Tobago, right? Warning Tobagonians that the 1% coming to take your land.
Wow.
But when Hilton Sandy made the statement, the Calcutta ship coming now, warning Tobagonians that persons of a particular ethnic background who come in to take the land, the UNC rake him over the coals, call for him to resign, for him to apologize, and all of that. Bruce, I always make the point, and this is the one criticism that I have with the PNM. The PR is weak. Because if it was somebody from the PNM had make a statement like that, all now so. Yeah.
It's say now, next couple, we say it takes a few minutes to process.
Yeah.
All day.
Long time. You would have seen Kamla all over it, this one all over it, that one all over it.
Then nothing pass.
Yeah. And that is the hypocrisy of the UNC. And imagine you have supporters of the UNC who had an issue with that statement from Hilton Sandy, supporting that foolishness. You have one clown that I had to upbraid talking about so 1% is racist. What race that applies to? And so you give new meaning to the term playing smart with foolishness. So I had to go and pull up an article where Gregory Aboud, president of DOMA, had to upbraid Kamla for this constant use of the word this term 1% in reference to the Syrian Lebanese community. So they know damn well who it is they're talking about and playing foolish.
Exactly.
Right? So you all had an issue with Calcutta ship, and rightly so, because it was an inappropriate statement to make. But taking cue from that, Wade Mark comes to make the statement about the 1% boat coming to Tobago, and nothing yet. Nobody condemning him as yet. So I don't know if he probably said it in such a manner that he thought nobody would have picked it up. But the Guardian picked it up and made it a story. And they're probably trying now to see if it is that they could get rid of it before it reaches out in the public domain. Well, I will have none of it, right? And I think by now that the PNM should have put out a statement condemning Wade Mark for that foolishness, right? And furthermore, Wade Mark's statement is even more egregious than that of Hilton Sandy, because whereas Hilton Sandy was in THA, Wade Mark is in the Senate of Trinidad and Tobago. The Senate, one of two houses of parliament in this country that is responsible for making laws for every citizen regardless of their ethnic background. And when you have a senator who contributes to that lawmaking, is now making a statement like that, it is disgraceful, it is shameless, and furthermore, Kamla Prasad was at that Monday Night Forum. She would have heard it, and she has said nothing about it. She has not called on Wade Mark, right? And that is why the UNC could never hold the moral high ground. You all are disgraceful, a basket of deplorables for supporting that. Let me see how many of you are going to call out Wade Mark on this foolishness. Because if you all had a problem with Hilton Sandy making this statement, you need to have a problem with Wade Mark too.
That's right.
But of course, we expect nothing better from you all, right? Hypocrites, all here. Hypocrites. You have nothing to say about that. Well, let me see how this story is going to progress. As I said, for some reason it has been removed.
I feel somebody catch that, you know.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Well, let's send that to my phone. 340-2016. Somebody have to catch that.
Yeah.
Somebody must have catch that.
And if it is, well, they're so dotish. You know, it removed from Guardian, right? But the Monday Night Forum meeting is on the UNC Facebook page. So that's how I went and I pulled it up and I heard him say it. Yeah. And then hypocrisy as if that wasn't bad enough, which we will discuss on the other side of 7 o'clock. He wants to talk about land and the 1% and the PNM given land. You for real, Wade Mark? You serious? You forget Chagaramas? Well, all right. When we come back after 7 o'clock, I will deal with Wade Mark. And
guys, we'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions. or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
So, young man, what are your future plans for my daughter?
Well, sir, I'm a hard worker and I have plans to buy us a home. I already put things in place to be able to retire comfortably.
Oh, so you already have a retirement plan?
I would like to be able to relax and travel the world with my wife. With your permission, of course.
Sounds good to me. Welcome to the family, son.
Life happens. That's why life insurance is important now. Life Insurance Awareness Month, brought to you by TIFA in conjunction with its member companies. Visit TIFA on Facebook for more info.
Hi, this is Nikki Crosby with a message for you. People always ask me, why you get vaccine? Well, many reasons. Because I like saving my life, my husband's life, your life. Because I love people. Because I want to work with children again. Because I want to fat. So whatever your reason, let we all do our part and vaccinate TNT.
When your little one has his first friend, they share hugs, games, and germs as well. He needs to be strong. Protect them with Nestle Clem 1 Plus. Clem 1 Plus contains prebiotics, vitamins, and minerals that contribute to maintain a healthy digestive and immune system, helping them to achieve 100% protection plus nutrition. Nestle Clem 1 Plus. Your love, their future. Clem 1 Plus is not a breast milk substitute from 1 year onward.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guest. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a wide range of services: blood analysis, iridology, acupuncture, foot detox, foot massages, gua sha, hot stone therapy, fire therapy, legs and feet massage therapy, mineral scrubs, acrotherapy, cupping.
We also have a wide variety of supplements: silver, zinc and magnesium, body light, and lots more.
We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle operate our business in a clean, safe, and comfortable environment. We frequently sanitize our compound and abide by all the COVID guidelines that are currently in place.
So come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, where we treat you like family. Book your appointment today. Call us at 1-868-275-8359
or 1-868-288-1108.
And remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Len Capital Certificates is a passive income service company located at Princess Margaret Street in San Fernando and 5th Street South Woodbrook. At Len Capital, investing is made simple. You invest with us. We make the investments and then you collect returns either monthly or yearly. We have 5 different options you can choose from, and each investment option comes with different benefits starting from TT $5,000. For more information, contact 399-0307. Len Capital Certificates. It's all about you.
Tune into the street 91.9 FM
Every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Showinau Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
So welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy, and remember, we are live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM's Facebook page. Also on YouTube at Iowa TV live broadcast on the Street 919 FM, so you can check us out there. Yes, Dominic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so.
Right, so first of all, I was addressing the issue of Mr. Weidmark's contribution to the UNC's Monday Night Forum, right? Mm-hmm. So as I said, they took long enough, but eventually they came around to attacking that hotel, the new hotel, that Marriott Hotel that is supposed to go up in Tobago at a cost of some 500 million. Mm-hmm. Is expected to employ some 750 persons during the construction phase and a further 250 persons when it's completed.
Right.
So it's investment in Tobago, it's creating employment in Tobago. These are the people who are telling you they love Tobago so much. And now they have begun the process of attacking that hotel on the basis that the group that is building the hotel, a group called Superior Hotels Limited, has as its principals members of the Aboud family, members of the Rahal family, and some other of Smith's family, right? Mm-hmm. Now they own also the Bricks Hotel, which was previously the Carlton Savannah. That hotel that was built with funds that was borrowed from First Citizens Bank without any sort of collateral, some $400 million, and it ended up being a failure. Superior Hotels has now purchased that, and it's soon to be open, and I saw renovations appear to be complete, so they're in the final stages and so on. Nice. So the room stock in Trinidad would be increased once they've opened their doors. So Weidmark now talking about, well, he wants to know what is the relationship between the principals of the Superior Hotels company and members of the government, and it's the 1% and going on the 1% talk, right? Yeah. So, and again, the UNC is the only party that continues to propagate that 1% talk, right? Mm-hmm. For some whatever reason. We played yesterday a clip where Mrs. Pasal-Bisasa said if only the citizens of this country would follow the example of the Syrian Lebanese community, we would be richer and this and that. When she was Prime Minister back in 2012, the very people that she's today chastising and denigrating, and you have people like Weidmark following in her footsteps. So yesterday was yesterday, as Jack used to tell us, and today is today, right? It's a different story. But what got to me, Bruce, is that this man is talking about, the land that was leased to these people, and it's the 1%, and John Aboud and Michael Aboud. I say, something wrong with Weidmark? The same John Aboud we have an issue with today is the same John Aboud that you all gave the 4 acres of land to in Shagaramas for $1 a year, Bruce, to build a car park. A car park that will hold 1,000 cars, primarily to facilitate patrons of his water park across the road, for which he was given 35 acres of land as well to put up his water park at a cost of some $30-something $100 a month rent, when the state valuator said that it should have been $500,000 a month, right? We'd not forget that. And this car park was then supposed to have been leased to the CDA for $900,000 a month for 30 years, Bruce, resulting in over $300 million would have been paid to Mr. Abood for a car park. But we'd mark have an issue with land being allocated for the purpose of building a hotel that will attract foreigners to Tobago, that will improve the room stock in Tobago, that would at least provide employment and provide investment dollars going into Tobago, which Tobago needs. But it amazes me that this man has the gall and the temerity to be calling names of certain members of the Syrian Lebanese community to whom they gave away lands in Shagaramas with impunity when they were in office. So what was the difference then, Weidmark? And the then Minister of Planning, Botiwari, defended that. And I would remind Weidmark that you had people in this country from all walks of life who came together. Different political persuasions, different ethnic persuasions came together on more than one occasion to march from Shagaramas to the waterfront where the parliament was at that time to protest Shagaramas being given away to certain families. Like Weidmark forget that. Apparently he forgot that. But have the audacity now to come and talk about this government giving away land to the 1%. When it is that the lands were given to some of these folks and realizing that the PP, that their fate was sealed, the writing was on the wall and they would lose the election. Man went and put on all kind of structure on the land. Because the PNM, during the election campaign, had made it clear, we are of the view that a lot of these land leases that have been given out in Shagaramas are illegal and we intend to challenge them in the courts if we win the election. So to strengthen the case, man went and put up structure to see, well, look, as far as I'm aware, the lease is kosher, and I spent $100 million, or how many of them millions, to put up this structure here. So if all I want to take back the land, compensate me. And I don't want just what I spend, I want infinitely more. So one man had the temerity to tell the government, well, all you want to move me, pay me $100 million and take back all your land. When they gave away 100 acres of land in Shagaramas under the pretext of growing onions for export, and then we see a portion of the land end up being paved and being used to host carnival fete. Well, I forget that. Weidmark?
There's going to put the onion in crates.
Oh!
Yeah, there's going to put it in crates.
Oh!
That's the new way to do it.
And it was this Keith Rowley administration that came in and take back 50 acres, Bruce, to be distributed to the smaller farmers, Bruce. They shut down the mega farms to give away land in Shagaramas, and he had the audacity to talk about peppercorn rates, Weidmark. $1 a year for 30 years wasn't peppercorn rates, Weidmark. $3,500 a month when the state valuator said $500,000, Weidmark. You forget that. And then the man hold up a document and say, I have here a document from, I forget what it is he said. And I say to myself, you sure that document come from when you say, because remember you held up a document in the parliament and say it was from the judiciary to say that this matter was sub judice and it couldn't be discussed in the parliament. But I don't know, but he wasn't wearing glasses last night, right? So that in and of itself was off-putting. So I really couldn't watch. I had to listen because looking at Weidmark without glasses, really, yeah, it could turn your stomach. So I don't know if it is that he wearing contact lenses or you do laser surgery or something. But wait, you need to put back on your glasses. Even if you don't need it, get some weak lenses now because, yeah, you're distracting people. Bruce, I mean, hypocrisy. And then he's talking about the principals and who are the beneficial shareholders in this company, Superior Hotels Limited. Well, he gave us a whole exegesis, Bruce. History going back to when Dr. Rowley was Minister of Planning, and he talked about Bayshore, the Renaissance Towers. Yeah. And how land was allocated for the construction of Renaissance Towers, and land was given to the son of John Rahal and all kind of bacana. You see how far back 2003 and how can I think this man went back, to try and make a case for what's new to prosecute in Tobago with respect to the issue of so-called 1% vote that come in. But who are the beneficial owners that when you look in the company registry and so on? I want to ask Mr. Mark to please, since you're such a good sleuth, right, are doing research and you could investigate to find out who are the beneficial owners and who are the shareholders on this company and that company. Please use those skills to do similar investigations and tell us who are the beneficial owners and the shareholders of a company called Point Lisa Spark Limited, Mr. Mark. The company that purchased the lands that came to be known as Eden Gardens, Mr. Mark. The company that sold Eden Gardens to the government for $175 million when the HDC in 2011 commissioned a valuation using a private valuator called Lyndon Scott. And Lyndon Scott said the land was worth $52 million, Mr. Mark. But a few months later, the Commissioner of State Lands put a value of $180 million on the land. I don't know if in that few months they find oil or natural gas or something on the land that the price went from $52 million valuation to $180 million. Well, if they find oil and gas or they found gold or something on the land, well then I don't understand why they build a house on it, right? But
to secure it.
Yes, but if you go in the registry, you can't find who are the owners, no names, nothing, right? So the land was purchased for $5 million.
Casper.
2011. Then it went to $52 million, and then it went to $180 million, and they offered it to the government for $200 million, and they settled on $175. And then you had Mr. Motormouth Munilal, who at the time was Minister of Housing, come to tell us, well, they put pipe on the land. Again, I don't understand the UNC obsession with pipe, right? Like he take from his leader, pipe, and more pipe, right? So they put pipe on the land and probably dig 2 drain, and you say that warranted the value going from $52 million to $180 million, and you all work perfectly fine. $175 million. Never mind the fact that according to Afra Raymond, that same piece of land was being advertised in at the websites of 2 real estate companies at $400 a lot. $400,000 a lot. But the government paid $633,000 a lot. I better they had called the real estate company and said, we want to buy it. Right? Buy it through the real estate company and you would have saved the taxpayers of this country $233,000 per lot. Up to now, we don't know how that valuation went from so to so. But Mr. Mark, since you're so bright and you could dig up and find information, talk about that now. Since you're so concerned about lands and state land being given out and all of that and not. Please, help us out now. Munilal, help we too now. Kamla, help us too now. She was running her mouth to Bruce. Play my clip for me, please. Let me move on to the next point because I want to get the people enough time.
By the way, I get you 1% chip, eh?
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Run it for me now.
We say good morning to my good friend Nigel. I tell you, somebody must have it. Wait, no, this is feeling special this morning. Right. Nice. So which one are playing first? This?
Now give me the 1% since on that.
So guys, make sure you're logged on YouTube and on Facebook. Hey, what's going on with me this morning? Come, don't take so long. Hey. Hold on, don't feel it there going and just so. No, guys, don't call me right now. We are not taking any phone calls at this time. Feel the battery in this thing want to change. Right. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so here we go.
as his personal plaything and is making it the playhouse of the 1%. I wish to warn the people of Tobago that the 1% ship is coming. I wish to warn the people of Tobago that the 1% ship is coming. I wish to warn the people of Tobago that the 1% ship is coming. I wish to warn the people of Tobago that the 1% ship is coming.
I wish to warn the people of Tobago the 1% ship is coming. That's all right. But I warn in Tobago that the Calcutta ship is coming. Oh, God. Can't do that. How we could do that? Nah, Hilton Sandy, Moscow, that is racist. Discriminatory.
Yep.
Kamala was at that same Monday night forum. She had nothing to say about that. Central defend that for me now. Please. Right? Because I'm sure Central had an issue with Calcutta ship.
Yeah.
I think I heard him talk about that before. So let me see if you don't have a problem with the 1% ship. All right? Okay. No problem. Yeah,
yes.
Bruce, play this one for me. Before you play that. So yesterday, Ramesh Lawrence Maraj held a press conference, right? And in that press conference, he announced that he intends to make an example of Kamala Prasad Bisesa in the courthouse. Yes, because of all the things that she said about AV drilling, and she continues to double down. So he highlighted all, because apparently they had sent, a couple of years now, they had sent correspondence to her with the intention to sue, right? And all of the excuses that she has been using, all of the defense that she's using, Ramesh Maraj rubbished all of it yesterday. So he said, well, she says she's using this, using that, and this is why this don't apply here, this don't apply here. Garbage. And we're going to make an example of her, right? To teach other people who might be thinking about, right? So he ain't playing. He wants some money. So that 100,000 plus that she earning every month, he was some of that. Davy Jillian going to deal with her tail, right? But she continued to double down on Monday night. Yes, like she do learn her lesson. She hadn't, right? Okay, no problem. Play this summer, please, Bruce.
Engulfing our nation now. So let's get to the biggest scandal engulfing our nation now, involving again the Ministry of Energy and the TPHL board. Let us remember the TPHL board, the chairman is whom? He is the personal lawyer of the Prime Minister, personal lawyer. The other members on that board are Chairman Michael Kwamina, personal lawyer of the Prime Minister, Reynald Ajoda Singh, Deputy Chairman, Vincent Bartholomew, Everett Bennett, A.V. Chady, Marlon George, Newman George, Joel Hardin, Selwyn Lashley, Eustace Nancis. These are the members. TPHL board. And this is a board that has just agreed to make a settlement with AV Drilling with respect to the alleged fake oil scandal to the tune of millions of dollars. As if that is not bad enough, they proceed to award a 10-year contract. 10-year contract. We do not know what is the value, monetary value of a 10-year contract. How many more millions or billions of taxpayers' dollars will now go to this company? We don't know the details of that contract. But what we do know is that that board was given advice from their own legal advisors, for which you, the taxpayers, through that board paid millions of dollars. Their own lawyers advised them to go to the court to set aside the arbitration award. The board must now explain why it failed and or neglected and or omitted to take the legal advice of their own lawyers to go before the courts to set aside the arbitration award. They must answer that question. And I will tell you this, our lawyers are today considering filing a judicial review application against the board of the TPHL for their failure, their neglect, their omission to take the arbitration matter before the court, for that court to adjudicate upon that. We must remember how the arbitration panel was constituted, you know. I cast no aspersions on that panel. They did their job. But how is it constituted? One of the arbitrators is chosen by AV Drilling, recommended by. And the other is recommended by whom? The board of TPHL. You connect the dots and see what happened.
Right, so UNC attorneys again looking to file for a judicial review of the decision to settle with AV Drilling, right? Having gone through the arbitration process, arbitration finding in favor of AV Drilling. Come on, man. Right? Now, the attorney, one of the attorneys, the lead attorneys for Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited, now the parent company for Petrogen, Deborah Peak, had advised that they set aside the arbitration judgment and appeal the matter, right? TPHL sought further legal advice. So here she talk about Petrogen's attorneys.
Yeah.
Right? It says here in an article in the Newsday, let's see, what date is this? The date not really important. It was a week ago. Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited said the settlement is rooted in the partial award delivered on June 11 by the arbitration panel. It said it explored its options carefully, considering the consequences of having the award set aside, which could have brought additional costs of over $1 billion with little chance of success. The opinion, and here it is, the opinion of two legal luminaries, Ralston Nelson, Senior Counsel, and Simon Hughes, Queen's Counsel, was sought. It was the opinion of these senior specialist attorneys that further litigation was not advisable. The chances of success were low, and settlement of the matter should be pursued. So, apart from what Mrs. Prasad Bisesa just said there, dishonest as she is, Trinidad Petroleum Holdings sought legal advice or the legal opinion of Ralston Nelson, former Justice Ralston Nelson, whose legal opinion Mrs. Prasad Bisesa just a few days ago expressed confidence in with respect to the matter involving the Police Service Commissioner Gary Griffith. Because Ralston Nelson's legal opinion was also sought in that matter, and he found that the process by which Mr. Griffith would have been appointed as acting commissioner was flawed and so on.
Right.
Mrs. Prasad Bisesa referenced that opinion. In other words, to say what Ralston Nelson say has weight. I am depending on that, what he said as a former judge, because what he is saying to us is if this matter came before him in his capacity as a sitting judge, this is how he would have found. He would have read whatever needs to be read, the law or whatever, and this is how he would have interpreted it. And given that he is senior counsel and his tenure on the bench and his experience, that she has full faith in the opinions of Ralston Nelson. But the same Ralston Nelson tell the board of TPHL, look, this matter, if you all decide to take it further and appeal it, I am saying to you that in my professional capacity, when I was a judge, if this matter came before me and I had to adjudicate on it, you all would lose. I'm giving you my profession from somebody who used to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Right. That, along with the counsel of Simon Hughes, Queen's Counsel, right? So both of these learned gentlemen agree that, look, the chances of success of this case in the court is slim to none. And Petrogen could very well end up being having to pay an additional $1 billion in damages because somebody gave Kamla Prasad Bisesa an incomplete audit report and she decided to run her mouth on it. And Bruce, I have made this point before and it's worth repeating. If AV Drilling, the principals of AV Drilling, Nizam Bash, Nazim Bash, whatever his name is, I ain't godfather and I wasn't invited to the baptism, and Vivian Bash and whoever, if they were supporters of the UNC, if they were financiers of the UNC, and this came to Kamla Prasad Bisesa, she would not have spoken on that. That would not have seen the light of day. And I challenge any UNC listener to call in and tell me that Kamla would have made an issue of this if these people, and if AV Drilling was a supporter of the UNC. Never happened. Because you know what? There was another issue that came up after the AV Drilling matter. that was said to be even bigger. The amount of money, the value of products stolen, dollar value, was said to be even greater than that of what A.V. Drilling was accused of. And the only thing Kamla Prasad Visasa ever had to say on that was, so I see now it have a new racket. So first was fake oil and now it's fake diesel. But we will see how that plays out. She had nothing further to say on that. Notwithstanding the fact that they were saying that diesel racket, where a particular contractor was accused of having hidden compartments in the trucks, transporting the diesel, and was stealing extra diesel and putting it in this hidden compartment, right? Mm-hmm. For 17 years, they alleged to have been doing that. Hundreds of millions of dollars alleged to have been stolen. That was not of interest. And that came to light based on the same internal audit. So apparently whoever gave her the internal audit report to A.V. Gillen, they didn't see that one. Nah. That one was not of interest to them. Why? Because those contractors have no affiliation with Keith Rowley. But if they go and see, but wait now, A.V. Gillen, that a Rowley partner? Hey, son, come like that. Look, thing here, thing for she to talk. Well, I hope Ole will help her to pay when it is Ramesh finished with her. Right?
To the cleaner.
Ole like, yes. And Ole like Bacchanal and Couture. Go ahead. Let me see where this thing is, boy. Let me find this here. Right. So let me just read a little bit of this, right? Call for a probe into alleged gas scam. An alleged fuel scam revealed through an internal Petrotrin audit report last week has prompted the Energy Chamber to call for an investigation in a statement. The Chamber condemned all fraudulent practices that have taken place at Petrotrin and called for quick and thorough investigations into allegations of fraud and corruption at the company and urges the involvement of the police. It added, if found guilty, individuals and contractors that have defrauded the company must be held accountable and prosecuted. According to sources at Petrotrin, the state-owned company, Estate Police, conducted follow-up inquiries based on the report of the internal auditors. The report was then reviewed by the audit committee of the Petrotrin board with the file forwarded to the DPP for determination on whether any criminal charges would be laid. What the internal Petrotrin audit uncovered was an alleged fuel smuggling scheme, which it said allowed a contractor to take away hundreds of thousands of gallons of fuel undetected for almost 17 years. The audit report, which is dated July 2018, stated that the La Romaine-based company allegedly used modified road tanker wagons with hidden compartments to smuggle out extra fuel. Pictures contained in the report show the RTW with a registered fuel storage capacity for 4 tanks. However, an inspection by Petrotrin officials discovered a 5th concealed compartment in the back of the wagon, which many assumed was unusable space. The Petrotrin report contended that this 575 US gallons of space was secretly filled with fuel each time the contractor loaded the wagon, and it was metered at the Old Bay at the refinery in Pointe-à-Pitre. The audit anticipated if this fraud was perpetuated over the entire duration of the contract, 17 years, with Petrotrin, the estimated losses of Petrotrin could have been about 58 million, almost twice the 27.9 million value of all the contracts, right? That figure was further upgraded when they did further investigations. Meanwhile, Chief Executive Officer of International Marine Industrial Inspection Limited, Ashley Menzies, last week refuted claims by Petrotrin that his company was one of the third parties that failed to detect a hidden compartment in the RTWs. Petrotrin's audit report claimed that IMIIL, one of the third-party inspectors, failed to catch the problem of a hidden 5th compartment. The report stated IMIIL failed to identify the extra tank capacity. IMIIL was required to perform detailed checks, including ultrasonic inspection of wells on the tank wagon, which should have detected the modifications of a 5th hidden compartment. Right. Manway access hidden under grating, an air system located under bolted plate between the cab and the tank, and hose connection to the bottom of the tanker connecting the hidden compartment to the adjacent 3rd compartment. However, Menzies refuted the claim, saying his company was required to check only the outside. We are contracted by RTW clients to check the outer shell of the tank. We only do internal compartments if required by the client. Said Menzies, Petrotrin never required an internal inspection of the tanker. What we do is make sure that the tanker does not leak, and so we do ultrasonic on it. The ultrasonic process is done by putting a probe to determine the thickness of the tanker. Such a test could never have detected a hidden compartment, he said. Right? Kamala never talk. She talked about that once in passing. Hey, all I hear about it, have a new racket called the diesel racket. Yeah. First was fake oil and then diesel. We see how that goes. Yes, on to our story. Super Grover TV, on to our story. We move on to the next thing. I'm not interested in that. Why I wasn't interested in that? Is it because that particular contractor had affiliations to the UNC? I didn't feel, but you're so concerned about Petrotrin. If you're concerned, and it's the same mechanism that uncovered this internal audit report, why you didn't prosecute that? Today you're still talking about AV drilling, but you have nothing to say about that. This particular contractor, when the matter came to the fore, right? All he had to say, he's discussing the issue with his lawyers. And that was the first and last we heard anything from this man. He didn't go the lengths, the miles of AV drilling to clear their name, which they went to, arbitration and so on. And their names have now been cleared. This other contractor, what's going on with that case, right? That happened in 2018, in 2021. 3 years now. Is it with the police? The UNC interested? Is it before the DPP? Is the UNC interested? But they wanted to know what's going on with the police investigation into AV. Every time you go on social media, the minions, members of the literati, AV drilling, we won back the 100 million, we won back the 100 million. We don't want back the 175 million for Eden Gardens. No. You know what that? You don't want back the 1 point some billion that they give to Krishna Lala and how much he ran to Panama with, Morning Central. You're interested in that? No, but you're interested in AV drilling 100 million, right? Which is money that was due to AV drilling for oil that was verified. And Petrotrin say, well, here what now? If it is, we owe you this money, but since we have an issue here where it's possible that you might have defrauded us in the past, we're holding on to this money and we're going to put it in escrow in UTC to earn some interest until we could sort out this matter. Now that the matter has been sorted out, the money that has been sitting in UTC since 2017 and earning interest, which interest will probably be used to pay the 18 million, part of the 18 million in damages. So really in terms of impact on the taxpayer, it's not that great. But that money was there legally belonging to AV. So it really didn't, once they established that AV delivered the oil, well, Petrotrin owing them 100 million, right? If it was found that that there was bubble, then all Petrotrin would do, well, here what, we don't pay you for that 100 million, so this 100 we win here, we just keep it that and we even. So the taxpayers weren't affected by it. But the mistress of the mask, I want to call her something else, but I'll be respectful this morning. She ain't talking about that. You don't want to file judicial review for that. You're not interested to inquire as to what is the status of that investigation. Oh, but you was so concerned about Petrotrin, right? Basket of the Pro was all earlier. And I will repeat that, and who vexed as well, your business. But they want to talk about patriots. Patriots, my eye. If it is your true patriot, talk about all these things. Don't be selective. Tell us, you have any relationship, because all I see Anand Ram Logan now want to know about what is the relationship between the AG and Roger K. Walsing and so on. Well, K. Walsing come out and expose the fact that he got $3 million in legal briefs from Ram Logan when he was Attorney General. Yes. Yes. Right?
Talk about your backfire.
Hey, thank you. K. Walsing, I'll have none of it. Take her back and slap. You forget that? That $3 million you give me? All right. But you want to come and talk now, because apparently K. Walsing representing Vincent Nelson. Yes, and he advised I think the DPP that Vincent Nelson is ready to testify now, I think 2 weeks ago. So K. Walsing is now saying, well, Anna now, you're upset because Nelson testifying against him. And K. Walsing chucking thing. Right? You want to get this matter off the ground. So, man sweating. All right. So you're trying to now to discredit K. Walsing to see his back is a whole. Yeah. All right. So
the temperature is rising, and so is your chance to win millions. The Lotto Plus jackpot is now an estimated $2.4 million. Go on a hot streak with $2.4 million. Cool off by the pool in your new home. Feel the heat on the roadways in a brand new car, or blaze a trail with your new business idea. The Lotto Plus jackpot is now an estimated $2.4 million. Plus, one person won $50,000 at the last draw. Match 5 numbers and you can do too. Beat the scorching heat with cold cash. Get your tickets now for Wednesday's $2.4 million Lotto Plus jackpot draw. And remember, winners always play Lotto Plus. So guys, The lines are open. We're going to take your calls. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
I hope I'm not straying too far from your topic, but I heard you mention this morning about, people saying that they haven't got an increase in salary since 2013. And I just want to touch briefly on that, because while that is true and we understand that people are not getting even a salary, would have lost work and that kind of thing, and the earnings, while we empathize with that, why public officers continue to harp on the fact they haven't got an increase since 2013, because of the fact that that is outlined in the Industrial Relations Act, that has still negotiation period is not less than 3 years and not more than 5. So if something is a process that is prescribed. So I know people have challenges saying that public officers do work and all that. We hear that, but that is a managerial process. But when it comes to our collective agreement, that is outlined in the Industrial Relations Act and must take place. What I want to let public officers know, because I know when the budget is being read, public officers will be sitting in anticipation that we're going to get some kind of increases. We are not going to get anything simply because there's nothing before the CPU. In order for anything to be before the CPU, the union has to take before the CPU on behalf of the bargaining unit, which is the public officers who pay their dues. They have to take to the some type of proposal, a wage proposal. What Watson has before the CPU is something called a living wage proposal that he mimics off of something he heard when he went to England. But that is not the recognized methodology in which negotiations are had in this country. It is based on the retail price index methodology, in which, in other words, the rate of the inflation, how it uses up your wages for the year. Over the 3-year period, they will come to a minimum amount, and that is what goes before the CPU. That is not before the CPU. So without that there's nothing for the government to propose to give anything on or any money on. So people of Tobago and people who love the PDP and people who love Watson Duke and they love him wherever, because of his inefficiency and his not putting anything in front of the CPU, we have nothing to get. And that is for the period 14-16. We didn't even touch now 17-19 yet, and we didn't even touch 20-22 yet. So public officers, you all need to understand where we at. So don't say the employer, the government supposed to give you something. They can initiate a process that is clearly outlined in the Industrial Relations Act, has to take place between the recognized majority union and the CPU. Nowhere is the government involved in that. They only come involved in it when the collective agreement is agreed upon. It is sent to the Minister of Labour, and then it is registered in the courts, and then we can use that to start to treat with payments and terms and conditions between employee and employee. So without that process, we have nothing to get. So make sure let's turn all the anger in the right place, please. Dominic and Bruce, thank you for allowing me this opportunity just to ventilate that part here. Bye.
Thank you, Jenny. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Good morning, Bruce. Morning to all the listeners and callers. Jenny, good morning. Manu, I hear you shout me this morning, you know. Watch yourself. Morning, Manu. Hear what? You see, that story, that specific line from Wade Mark, I don't want it to end here just we talking about it, you know. Because it seems like somebody died and made members of the UNC God, so that they alone have the privilege to say what they want to say and nobody must question it. Well, I'm glad how you compare it to just what Mr. Sandy said about the Calcutta ship. You understand? It is the same, it is same as the people would say, same difference, same khaki pants. You understand?
Yes.
So I want even the P&M, the hierarchy of the P&M, the PRO, and them, they must take that serious and ask for an apology, because they like to jump everything. They want people to either apologize or resign, because they beat Sandy over the coals with that till that and all help to get so sick. They beat Sandy over the coals with that.
and then when they done, they ask for apology. Our the PNM and all dealt with him with that. You understand? Because they of themselves find it was inappropriate. So to feel, Wade Mark to feel he could jump out and say that and feel that all is quiet, no, it ain't easy. I want the PNM hierarchy to deal with that particular statement. Do not let it drop. That is what I'm calling on them to do. I do not want that to drop. And thank you for bringing that out so loud and clear. And let me tell you, as for the Mrs. Prasad and that Prasad Bissessa and the UNC, I leave them in the hands of Ramesh Lawrence Maharaj. He's the best one to deal with them. And I like how he's bringing out things in the media. And she's still going like she's learning her lesson. Let them go ahead, man. They mash up their own self. I fed up with them and fed up with them and everything. People you have to make it an issue. And she making it sound like it's such a big burning issue that engulfing Trinidad and Tobago, you know. Look, these people are so sick and I don't even know. I just even want to hear them. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. You'll have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Darren, morning. Yeah.
So guys, you can call us up 342-0081-466-5391. Those are the numbers to call. So you can call us up. Okay, partner. Paula, good morning.
Yeah, Bruce, Dominic.
Central, morning.
Considering this lady, this Frederick lady, she always looking for some avenue to attack us. When you're going to negotiation, I don't know what this lady is talking about. The Minister of Finance directs the CPO as to what the government could pay or they cannot pay when you're negotiating. So if the government say we give you 000, where the hell the union people going there to sit down do to waste time? So I don't know what she's talking about. Another thing I understand with you all, Dominic. According to what you were saying, Wade Mark was saying, what he was saying, is it true or is it false?
Is what true?
In the Monday night forum where he was discussing about whatever he was discussing about the hotel and the directors and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I understand something from your program.
Mm-hmm.
What you all are doing, anytime the PNM is caught with their pants down, the UNC has no moral authority. The UNC did it, so why the PNM? So what wrong is the PNM doing?
No, that's not what I'm saying, Essential. I am saying I want you all to condemn the statement of Wade Mark because you condemn the statement of Hilton Sandy.
Okay, I'm not talking about the statement.
Why are you not talking about that statement? That was the substance of my point this morning. Are you going to condemn Wade Mark or not? Because if you're not, because you all made an issue of Hilton Sandy for years and all you're still talking about that Calcutta ship.
Yeah, well, Lady 1% debunk that because he attacking.
So you have no problem with the statement by Wade Mark?
That is not what I call to talk about.
Well, I am asking you a question. You have no issue. You see, and that's why I tell you the UNC is a basket of deplorables and you all a bunch of hypocrites.
Okay. I agree with you. Whatever Wade Mark said to that effect, he should not have said it.
Very good.
That is
Proceed.
my point of view.
Go ahead.
But what I am saying again is that the PNM is being held to a higher standard. You all won 2 elections back to back.
Yes.
And you all supposed to be held to a higher standard.
Uh-huh.
What the UNC do, they do the PNM, not because all I say in this program, all your defenses, the UNC has no moral authority to say this and to say that. You are not dealing with the issues, or you're dealing with the messenger. The whole thing about it is that you all need to stop living in the past and move on. Move on. What I am saying again is that all the defense I hear from this program, Dominic, is that the UNC do it, and what wrong if the PNM do it. That is not the way it's supposed to be. You all are held at a higher standard, so you all need to move on. Deal with the issues, don't deal with the messenger, and forget what the UNC do. The UNC is out of office for the last 6 years. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
And they'll be out of office for another 60. Right? It has nothing to do with saying that we admit the fact that the UNC has no moral authority, and I continue to make the issue about hypocrisy on the part of the UNC. But the UNC cannot tell me that there is anything wrong with the fact that a hotel is being built in Tobago for the benefit of the tourism sector in Tobago.
Yeah.
That's all they're saying. Rowley and them mash up the sea bridge. They destroy the Tobago economy. They ain't doing nothing for Tobago. But now an opportunity has presented itself where you all ran Sandals because the claim was the government taking taxpayers' money, $2 billion of taxpayers' money to build Sandals Hotel, and they're giving Sandals all kind of tax concessions and whatnot to the disadvantage of the citizens. Sandals pick up their Jahaji bundle and they're gone, right? Now we have the private sector coming in and say we are prepared to invest 500 million. The government doesn't have to invest one penny, not one dime into this venture, all right? Private sector doing that, okay? The government put out and they invited proposals for persons to come to develop, to build a hotel there. They didn't go to Superior Hotels and say, here, we'll come and build a hotel now. They put out an RFP and invited anybody who was willing to invest their own money to build a hotel, come and have a conversation with us. Submit a proposal. We will assess these proposals and we will choose the best out of the lot. Now, if the UNC want to come and make a claim that somehow there was some collusion between the government and so on, prove it. But don't come and tell me that is about 1% and this government in the pocket of the 1% and they're giving land to John Aboud. When the UNC gave land to John Aboud and down in Chaguaramas, and how did we benefit from that? The whole arrangement, when you hear about it, was disadvantageous to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago because you gave them land at rates far less than what they should have paid, right? Then you wanted to lease a car park from them and pay them $900,000 a month for 30 years. What you did with the Chaguaramas Convention Center, right? And the people of Trinidad and Tobago stood up and said, no, we're not having that. That was one of the main protests that we had between 2010 to 2015. 2015 to 2021, we have not seen any protest the likes of that. Now, all you might want to call and say, well, that's why they have in state of emergency. Well, tell them lift the SOE now and you will see protests. Protest for what? What all you want to protest? Seriously? Now, all you like to talk about consultation and no consultation, however. The UNC, Wademark consulted the people of Tobago to see if it is they have an issue with this project. Who did he consult? But now the UNC has taken on the mantle that they're going to pelt big stones at this project. Well, let's see if you all will run that too, right? And then if you all succeed in running them, you all will answer to Tobago as to what you all have to offer them. Because Sandals went, this one come, you all don't start with this one. Well, let's see where this goes.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Morning,
Bruce and Dominic. If doesn't the union have to put in a proposal to the government? Let me say if they want 20% or whatever percent they want. Usually, guys, what they would do, put in like for 20% and settle for 15% because remember it's a bargaining process. How does the process start? Before you even talk about what the finance minister say, the finance minister says 000. How that process start? Not the unions have to put on this in. I think sometimes this fella that's called the station and I don't know, boy, something wrong with him. His logic is out of this world. But the Kamala Prasad, the sister, I don't know. Maybe, and I say, I don't know because this woman does some weird face. Maybe she probably put aside a couple $1 million to settle the lawsuit with the ANP. I don't know. I just asking Ms. Kamala Prasad, the sister, because these people have lost. You understand? And even though you take that to the High Court and it reaches the Privy Council with the same evidence and information that Petrotrin has, because I am telling you, no senior counsel that they hire is not going to run into something without what they have. So they give the best shot. What are they going to change now that can make a difference for them to win the game? All I can say is just other people going to get rich again because it's in here. And that's the question I want to find out from Mr. S here in his board. When ANV told him, look, listen, I have my information here and I'm willing to think, because remember, ANV was the one who decided to, because when they're doing the audit and they're making the report and trying to think, he begged them to come and listen to him. They didn't want to listen to him. They went ahead. Finally, they came and they listened to take thing, but they never used it. They went ahead. Why did SNA went ahead with that situation? Because the man is saying, they owing me $84 million or such. And them are saying, no, we don't hear that. It's discrepancies of this and this and that and that. But that was leaked, right? And that was just what we usually do when we're doing auditing. If we find an error in the system, that has been reported to the CEO. Then we'll call our audit. And when you're doing our audit, if the audit has to go outside to a customer, we have to write to the customer requesting information. We then take that information to put it into our audit. And if there's any wrongdoing, then you take the necessary action. That is not what I understand that estimate do. And according to Mr. Maraj, and I'm just saying after him, maybe it's the public pressure. But he just can't stand on the sideline and say, well, look, if let's just go with that and pay. He's not paying that bill because I am telling all you that if that has to reach a Privy Council, that is going to rack up that bill to the state again twice and 3 times the amount. So why is he still coming out making these other things? Is he trying to defend his position and his image? But what about the state? If my argument is if the Petrochin did not have the sufficient evidence to prosecute the case, why go to the High Court to go back to the court with it? What are they going to do? What is going to change from that? Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I would just want to remind Central Bruce that when the PP came into office in 2010, Winston Dukaran, as Minister of Finance, said 0, 0, 0. We have no money. The treasury empty. Manning and them left the treasury empty. Right? And then the unions persisted, and then they said, all right, 5%. Remember that? And Munilal said, take all your 5% and whine to the side. Central, forget that. Okay.
Throw your waist on the side.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Bruce and Dominic.
Yes,
ma'am.
Just step in here. The man here asking what they're going to gain from that. They like courthouse. And they are lawyers. That is what, and they feel that they must run the country from the court. The court, they take everything to court, and the court run the country. You understand?
Yes.
And what I want to make a point here with Mr. Central. You don't come and talk about what PNM people and telling Bruce and Dominic what is going on this station and what about PNM people and what we call in to say and wait now, you can't go on your Indian formatted station and them and tell the host that because what we doing here is the same thing all it does do and worse over on the Indian formatted station. So what you come in to talk about what PNM people and what this station and what this program, which you notice about the format of this program. Look here, what? Stay in your lane. Thank you.
Take one more quick call before we go to the break. Caller, good morning.
Bruce, morning. You know, this is just another Malcolm Jones, you know. Same game, different, not even different pack of cards. I saw the same jokers. You realize that? It's the same jokers dealing on them.
Yes.
And why we just keep falling for the same thing? When they say fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice. Who? Shame on who? Shame on me. But we just always keep running, following people who don't like we. When we gonna learn? My grandmother used to say cockroach had no business in ball pen. Or you take a little look now. Where for now? Where Jack? What's going on with you all? Or you all continue to run in foul pen, brave and blind. This gentleman who it is calling, why does he don't state what goes on his station? Why doesn't he state that with all the callers on all the stations, it's only sadly to say East Indian people who I have heard calling and telling people about their mother body parts. No other people just calling and talk about people's black mother's body parts than the East Indian community on any formatted show that we have, even online on the social media. and he wants to come to speak. Seriously? What about the woman who just make the little boy from one of the service providers lost his job because he exposed her nastiness? Then she came on the called him on the phone and tell him about she didn't want to see no ends. She pays the money to see Indian program, and one set of ends they put in for she. You remember that, gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what this happened to me? Why we just always end up the laughing stock? When they fired the boy, we fought for him. Did we fight for him to keep his job? If the shoe was on the other foot, you would have heard all kind of reaction protocol letter going out. But we take that. The ban exposed people, and we did nothing to save him. And we just want to know why it is easy to buy and sell us. It's because we don't stand up for our own. We just help put them down. My goodness, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Gentlemen, you all try and have a good day. Continue trying to educate the population. Maybe one day you might succeed. Have a nice day.
Take care. So guys, we go into a break at this time. We'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Take me out across the night sky. Sorrows won't hold me tonight. But if this town is just an echo, let me take a bite. And they say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way?
Reaching out to touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere. See that boy? He knows how much he likes the way I stand. They say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? They say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? I like living this way. I like loving this way. That way. That
way. Looking out across the night skies, electric hearts begin to beat. If that girl knows I'm watching, I'm dreaming of the street. They say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? Why? Hey, tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? Why? Sweet, get it. Hey, one, two, petty. Quiero desespero. Do you do me that way? Do me that way? Why? Do you do me that way? Do me that way? Why? So tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? You do me that way? Why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Do you do me that way? I love living this way. Why?
That's way.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Simpson's Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpson's Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guest. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
There's only one way to start your week right, and that's with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Thursday morning beginning October 7th at 9:10 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. Tune in on Thursday, 7th October and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. It's time that you live.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the line had to go on. But in the meantime, let's come online with the live wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gotta be home in time for the curfew. Keep safe.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I could buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arabita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools. Alright, thanks boss. Nah man. Granny, do you have $488 to lend me?
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Implement the 72-hour rule. The 72-hour rule is a game changer when it comes to savings and focusing on value spending. Before making any sort of impulse purchase, pause and take 72 hours to think it through. After 72 hours, you will likely have forgotten about making this purchase entirely. Also, you've just saved yourself a few dollars, maybe even a few hundreds by doing so. Over time, this rule can be the difference of thousands of dollars and can help you shift your spending habits to focusing on things that bring you value and align with your financial plan. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of September 28, 2021 stands at new positive cases 174, total active cases 4,188, total recovered patients 44,575, total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 50,229. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So this is a dedication for my good friend Deep South. Happy birthday to you, my brother.
When the winds get cold in December, your love's the flaming ember. That's a fire that keeps us together. When those chilly breezes blow, as the nights get long and lonely, if you're not around to phone me, just to say you love me only, and you know I love you so. Let's stay together through this Christmas and forever. Tie your ribbons of love all over or bells are jingling, or the shops went.
So welcome back on the Inside each and every one, and just a bit of information for you, as you know we do at this time every morning. Value Optical wishes to advise the public that all 13 branches will now be open full-time to provide expert eye care services to you. All of our regular services are now available. For your safety, we continue to practice health and safety protocols, and we recommend that you make an appointment for all testing services. Please call us at 225-4865 or toll-free 800-2020 for all inquiries on opening hours, eye testing availability, and how we can assist your eye care needs. Value Optical, caring for your eyes. For all your hardware building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, gravel and sand, don't forget PowerMaster, Optima, Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488. And it's all at Johnny Q, number 15 Peter Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 63 Tools. The temperature is rising, and so is your chance to win millions. The Lotto Plus jackpot is now an estimated $2.4 million. Go on a hot streak with $2.4 million. Cool off by the pool in your new home, feel the heat on the roadways in a brand new car, or blaze a trail with your new business idea. The Lotto Plus jackpot is now an estimated $2.4 million. Plus, one person won $50,000 at the last draw. Match 5 numbers and you can do 2. Beat the scorching heat with cold cash. Get your tickets now for Wednesday's $2.4 million Lotto Plus jackpot draw. And remember, winners always play Lotto Plus. Residents of Goodwood, Pembroke and Glamorgan choose to get vaccinated. The COVID-19 vaccination caravan rolls into your community on Monday the 27th September at 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Goodwood Community Center car park. Vaccines will be available for all persons 12 years and older. Doctors and nurses will also be there to chat with you. If you want to get your children back to the school classroom, you want to get back to work and liming, or return to the things you love, choose to get vaccinated. A message from the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development. Residents of Blackrock and Mount Irvin choose to get vaccinated. The COVID-19 vaccination caravan rolls into your community on Wednesday, the 29th of September, between the hours of 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Blackrock Community Center. Vaccines will be available for all persons 12 years and older, and doctors and nurses will also be there to chat with you. If you want to get back to children being in the classroom, you want to get back to work and liming, or return to the things you love doing, choose to get vaccinated. A message from the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development. So Dominic,
yes, sir.
I now get buff up from Angie morning. Love you. Love you.
Angie.
Plenty hugs and kisses.
Angie, call back there.
Angie, I want you to call me, please. It was my fault. Dominic, now explain to me what happened. It was my fault. Please call back. Caller, good morning.
Bruce.
Morning.
It's me again, Dominic.
Morning.
Good morning to you. Dominic,
yes,
I want to ask you this question. Ramdean and Ram Logan, do they have a matter still pending in Trinidad and Tobago?
Yes, they do.
You sure?
Yes.
Good Lord, it's rather interesting. Dominic and Bruce, I noticed that the fare is supposed to go up again.
Yes.
Dominic, what the hell on earth you telling me in Trinidad and Tobago? I go in and buy some size for $140? A bunch of size, Dominic.
140, you say?
Yes, 140. Move from 40 to 140. Trinidad and Tobago, leave the people's side. Leave it, Dominic. You know what was my breakfast this morning? I roast some tomatoes and I stick my garlic in it, Dominic. Crush it up here and I make a little starter with some avocado and a hot cup of tea. Dominic, we have to leave certain things there. Don't buy it.
Dominic, what you want to tell me all the kind of fears again? Why all they doing the people that only use the bus? Leave the people, Dominic. We making things hard in Trinidad and Tobago. You ain't know that the price of side now, Dominic?
I didn't know
Dominic, you bump to your side. You have garlic. You have shadow Benny, Dominic. Use these things, Dominic. Leave these things right here. You overdoing it now, Dominic. Dominic, I don't know. It get hard every day. Well, don't talk about the grocery, Dominic.
Yes.
Dominic, I've been to the grocery this week and I afford to tell I could have buy a big bottle of Clorox. And I left it right there. And what I buy? I buy one for just $20. You know what I'm telling you about? Because I don't have a big bottle myself, pour it into the other one. Dominic, I buy what I want. What I don't want, I'm not buying it to say I make grocery. But thank God I get little barrels, nothing coming down. You understand me, Dominic? Right, but the basic things, Dominic, we overdo it here. All you go and carry up pears to the east. All you go and carry up fresh sugar. My people only use the bus. Use the bus for gosh, Dominic. They go kill we here. And I'm going back again, Dominic. Do those two people I asked have a matter in Trinidad and Tobago, Dominic?
Yes, they do.
Okay, I gone.
Good morning, beautiful caller.
Morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Summers. Good morning to you, Mr. Romaine.
Morning,
all the callers, listeners, online viewers. Would I be allowed to make a tiny contribution?
Yes, of course.
Okay. I'm hearing people, rousing about the increase in salary and stuff like that. People, without an increase in salary, everything in the grocery going up by $3, $5. There is Dominic, about a month or so ago, there's an item that I always buy for $18. I bought 2 packets on the Thursday, and when I went Saturday morning, it was up by $3. So without an increase, everything went up. So if they only talk about increase in salary, you know that, Dominic, as the word go out, everything does go up again. They would put up on things again, so we will end up in the same mess. That is one. Then, when you go to the grocery now, shop for your needs and leave the ones on the shelf. Let them use it for themselves. It's what you need. Leave all the ones on the shelf for them and see if they can use it for themselves. You don't have to buy it. There are things that we are accustomed to things and whatever, but leave it there for them. There are things that we have to get. We must get. Those are our needs. We deal with that and leave the ones for them. You're going. Don't look like the next thing they're doing again. You go to buy. If you want 2 pounds of sweet potatoes or dashi or cassava, you have to buy 3 pounds because the next pound is dirt they're waiting for you. Leave it there for them. There are other things that you can use. And again, I want to say, even if there is an increase in salary, which I cannot see coming, it will be the same thing because these supermarket owners, and they're overdoing it. They're overdoing it. So an increase in salary is not going to solve anything. It will land us in the same mess.
True.
All right? So have a great day. And thank you for taking my call. You are so kind.
Yes,
have a great
beautiful caller.
Bruce, let me just say good morning to Julia, Romaine, Nicholas, and Mr. Project Nicholas from Paramin, where I get my salve at no cost. At no cost, yes. So when I need salve, I just need to head up to Paramin and I good. So when you go to Massey stores and you buy your salve, that's my brother-in-law's salve you're buying there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I good. That's why I wouldn't have known it was 140. I don't have to pay for it. And he just fixed my good everything that you have. These huge bundles. The only thing I don't like is to have to go and clean that salve. Yeah. So.
Oh gosh. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Morning.
Dominic, is it true that the Supermarket Association, when they were asking the government to move from scheduled pricing, they wanted what they call an open market economy. right? And they were claiming that if the schedule prices were moved, then they would now become more competitive with each other, and we will see a reduction in grocery prices, right?
Yes.
That's what they said. But we never saw that happening. Instead, apparently, the Supermarket Association got together and said, yeah, well, we finally get what we want, and we mash up the place. Because that is exactly what they're doing. And it is very ridiculous. I recall it at a time flour went up by 25 cents up on the pound. And doubles raised by $1. Although it takes, based on what was said to me, 22 doubles could be made between 22 and 26 with 1 pound of flour. Right? And flour went up by 25 cents. But at 1 doubles went up by $1. Roti went up by $4. Right? So, you see, we are not our brother's keeper in this country. We don't believe in treating each other with the dignity and respect. And another thing, too, is that we ourselves have to take responsibility for what we allow to happen to us. Because if I want sides, I have a half a drum in the back by me, I'll go in the back and get my half a drum. I pull up 2 sides, and sides you don't have to nurture sides. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about time we take some responsibility for not doing the things we ourselves can do to ease our burdens. You understand what I'm saying, Dominic? You understand, Bruce? Because the prices of these things, people recognize that, they go buy it. They're still buying it. And we still have people in this society who say, what you want me to do? Eat the money? I remember I was in England and meat went up by 1 pence or some kind of thing like that. And the Housewives Association said, we're not buying it. The following day, they had to drop the price. They had to drop the price. And if we can only come collectively together and do that in Trinidad, watch. I thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Dominic and Mr. B.
Morning.
Talking about prices going up and things and duties and things. And besides that, it has disingenuous businessmen. Now, what I just to work into the security industry. Every minute I did be protecting somebody's property, so I just had to check my money when I was spending it. If I'm a grocery on Evron Street and QS, I need you to use a view. When you go in that grocery, I always observe that when they purchase something and they go by the cash register and they don't cash up, it always come up a little more. Now, my retainers real good because the job I do, I have to obtain retainers. So the other one in the grocery, I pick up 4 items. Now, I go shop there. I just more shop by extra food and things with the allergies and things. I pick up about 4 items and when I'm to the cash register, and when I pick up the items, I check the prices and add up everything. You know, the spot, when I watch, I realize I'm always I pay about $10 more for everything, right? And it's everything together. So now I reach out there, I pick up my bill, and I watch, and I go back by the shelf. I want to buy the Morbi. Morbi is $15.95. But on my bill, $15.95. So I call the gentleman, the store manager, I show him what's going on here. I said, not just alone, let's go back and next item. The 4 items, wait out, the price on the shelf is not the price on the cash on the shelf. He called some woman and they shoot through the head and they shoot through. And I'm here and I'm forget to pay the price on the shelf. I said, beside that, all the shelf in here is expensive. I don't call the grocery in. They say no prep and no Evans Street. It's one grocery alone at all. One grocery alone at all. And well, it's unfair. It's other grocery do the same thing. So I advise people out there, when you go to a shop, check your thing. Check your price, check your shelf price, because a lot of 10 cents and 20 cents more at the cash register is plenty. Imagine you're going to make a pick up 100 items, and each item that charges 20 cents more by the cash register. It's a serious thing. Yeah, it's a serious thing. And what we need in this country is not a minimum wage, we need a living wage. We need a living wage. A bread is $17 and a minimum wage is $17.50. And according to the minimum wage act, if you work 8 hours and you pass 8 hours, you're supposed to pay time and a half. A lot of companies don't do that. Don't do that. And when after 12 hours, if you're still on that location or still on the job, that's a pay double time, you know. Like I call it the minimum wage asking that law, you know. Only about 3 security companies that do that, they just don't do that. And a lot of companies that have business hardware that warehouse and things, that have people going over 8 hours. The minimum law say, the minimum wage act law say, anytime a person go beyond 8 hours, it's time and a half, you know. That law. And yet again, the same unscrupulous businessman raising the price with the goods, but they're not increasing your salary, and they're still breaking the law. I look out on this.
What's minimum wage?
$17.50.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Bruce, Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, morning to Mr. Chance, to Isa Conlive, Mammy Sauce. Mr. Fireman, Mr. Cummins. Showing off today.
Yeah.
I've been listening. But hear this now, Bruce and Dominic. I was listening to the press conference by Ramesh Maraj, right? On our next station. And this guy who exposed this AV drilling oil thing, Curtis Williams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, Ramesh telling him, stop asking hypothetical questions, right? You have to go to the facts, like how the judge has made a decision, and he keep asking about certain things. And Dominic, I hear you talk about it, about the audit, right? And the trucks, right? If you want information, read the report and what was the basic of the case. Don't come out and printing in the newspapers and you do not have the facts, because when they make the decision in the court, it's based on evidence, what was presented to them, and as Ramesh tell them, do not come and ask them these kind of questions because they have no evidence to prove what they was talking about, as Dominic you talk about. Now, they settle the case. The guy get a 10 years extension of his contract. It saved Petrochin Board, has saved the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago so much money with that deal that they came to, because if they go to court hearing to come to a decision on that judge, you know what would be the payment? As Ramesh said, we, the citizens, come out very good in that settlement that A.V. Gillen make with it. So, Mr. Williams, Curtis Williams, please get your fact before you come and print it in newspapers. Okay, fellas? Enjoying your program. Always listening.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Let's see what's going on. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bruce. And good morning to Dominic.
Morning,
Hey, Kingsley, morning.
Yes, I'm good morning to next week, Shia. And Dominic, I hear you with Reed Mark. But remember, Reed Mark have pronounced Chibigron. He was on me. He took the sky up. So you have to understand Reed Mark. Reed Mark does this to fight for his senator seat. A lifetime senator in the UNC. One time I tell Reed Mark in the party, I say, Reed Mark, use more Indians than them Indians. Do you know? Reed Mark and them don't help African people in the UNC. Reed Mark and all each other, they use the resource to help East Indian people in the UNC. I get the first-hand experience, so I can talk that. All another, but I call them Jets of Darky for the UNC. Jews in general have natural failure in politics. Naturally failure in politics. Lost all marginal seat and even shit it and all. These well, I hear Sean Sobers and get play last Monday night for Obika and all. I tell when we each other at night in one UNC meeting, don't call me, don't talk to me. I say all there's more Indians than them Indians here. We don't help African people. We have problems. You like what you people don't know, you know. I stand up and fight, because I went as a proud African man in the UNC, proud black. I stand up and I represent strongly that all these African master brave ones we should take for all these years. We should take. I don't know, the African community cannot be misled by Wade Mark, by Anna Roberts, by Jordan John. These are the face that the UNC trying to use to say they have an African-based party. But no. The party going back to the grounds. The party going back to the Indian base and the Hindu community base. I can tell you that. Look, right now it's bacchanal in the camp. The UNC mashing up their own supporters. Right now, Andy cussing this morning again on the radio because they put Anna Roberts on a frequency on the time. He know telling Anna Roberts how much they paying them day. He go pay less this. So like he will be make a deal with Amal to tell Anna Roberts come over to 104.7. This is what the UNC do. They mash up the African supporters. They destroy the African supporters in the UNC because why? The long cabal, when we have the old cabal, we say okay, Soja Mucha must go, Dr. Botoari must go, Afuakan must go, but we form a new young cabal at the head of Dave Tanko. I was there, so I can say it. This is Kingsley, I can say it. I was first-hand experience. You know something, and I know what it is. Dave Tanko tell me a time after one Monday night meeting. He said, Kingsley, I want to see you. I said, no problem. We go in our offices and speak. He telling me that people tell I was in the opposition office buffing up somebody. The only thing I didn't tell that night because I know he was trying to see how, because I know that the lady like he bad. So he was trying to test my faith that night day. Because I never go to that office day. So I don't hear nothing but them at this time. So I support the $5 million hotel. I think that it will benefit lots of Tobago youths who could do masonry, who could do that carpentry, who could do that plumbing. They will get a work for if it's a year's last or 2 years it lasts. I don't think hear them. And that statement is a stack seriously on you 1%. And Dominic, you say it right. Because if the government coming forward now, the UNC, we have to ask the question, if they will sideline the 1% and give the Indian everything, we have to ask the question because we know under the last cyber, the Syrians was under pressure. So then the UNC, if Indians have a problem with the 1% and always using the Africans to turn the Africans to look at the 1%. I want to tell you this morning, no, we will look at all. We are looking at all. As a close, we cannot trust certain business people in this country. Look at the hair, look where they living. I witness Dr. Rowdy have to come and beg certain people in this country to drop cement. He said, but we never raised cement. Cement still, and the company, the Trinidad and the Tobago Cement Limited, still one price. How cement come? $100. But I will tell you this, certain hardwares, I want to say it, this is Kingsley, certain hardwares, they are linked with political parties and they will raise the item. I'm going to say this morning, they're going to raise the items to make the government look bad. I want to say this too. Watch certain stands, watch certain people who driving vehicles like maxis and cars. Watch your religion, watch your hair. Certain people is going to raise the taxi fare because they are linked with political parties in this country. I want to say it again because people not listening. People not listening. certain business place in this country, groceries, hardware, furniture place, they are linked with political parties, and they are going to raise the thing to make this government look bad. Certain taxi stands in this country, they are also linked and supporting political parties, and they're going to raise the taxi fare. So the government, because you know what, everything raised in the country is the government that get the blame. So they are playing now, they are playing on the people mind to say, because case raised, blame the government. Because digestive raise, blame the government. Taxi fares raising, blame the government. But people are asking if gas raise. People are asking the question. So now every single thing that they're doing is to undermine the government. But there's people in this country, and that is what the PNM of the day. And I don't care what they say. I'm not vying for no office in the PNM. And people don't know I am a supporter of the UNC. But what is right is right, and what is wrong is wrong. Stop all this stupidness. Why are we going to raise a fare because we're supporting a political party? Why are we going to raise food items and have their things because we're supporting a political party? So I will expose all this. I want to say thank you very much, Dominic and Griffin.
Yeah, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Cool. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Go down your volume.
Sure. Yeah, are we hearing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. I read my part one again.
Nice.
I think that the time has come when we need to measure twice, cut once. Especially black people, watch our priorities. Some of us have phones but no money on it. We are working the kind of phone that we have. I'm saying this to say our priorities need to be measured right now. It's not about blaming the government. Land the land, we need to go back to the dirt. As Mama say, we need to go back to the dirt. Plant something. You buy size, don't just throw the bottom of the size, put it in a little pan where you put your flowers, plants, or some kind of thing. Adjust yourself. Maybe the time that we need to go back to our bicycle. Right from right here to right there, you go in and buy a chicken, you're paying a car $6 to go, $6 to come back. It may be the time for you to buy a bicycle. Adjust yourself. Mind your business. It's not about blaming anybody. I am a taxi driver. I am laying about the hike in price in different ways. Don't think I'm not feeling it. But I intend to work a little harder to adjust myself. When they raise people's salary, things will go up again. It's not just like salary going up and, okay, we'll be able to buy more, you know. Things will go up. We can do what we want. Things will go up. It is about adjusting yourself and doing something without boasting. I could cut a cane, I could pick a coconut, I could pick a fine this time, a shadow benny, a pimento, and this is what I'm saying to my brothers. When you go in the supermarket, yes, things is going up, but you may not have to buy everything. Find a way, mind your business, adjust yourself, measure twice, cut once, look at your priority, and to radio talk show host. The music that we might be playing to empower we people might need to come on board, if no other time, but now. It has nice nation building songs. Some of the music played on some of the stations, I'm not blaming everybody. We need to muzzle some of the music and play nice nation building songs. I'm saying that to say what we feed our mind with, if you'd rather say. Sober thinking lead on to righteousness and happiness. spiritual bliss. I hear yesterday morning somebody was playing some song by Rashokiai. I think it's Pastor Google self, because when you see Pastor Google already, he does rock with some nice uplifting music, you know. And that is the kind of thing we want. We want this is a very serious time, and if we think that it is hard now and we blaming the government, we have seen nothing yet. It's going to get harder, friend.
Thank you.
Locked on and listening.
Caller, good morning.
Blessed morning.
Morning.
Loyal listeners and callers, Michelle and Felix, all who are live. Now, first point, you see the lake asphalt? I want to audit the lake asphalt for the last 20 years. You see, we talk about oil and gas, but lake asphalt, to me, is more important than oil and gas. Every single road have bitumen on it. If you ever was showing, you know. And to hear the workers had to go down on their knees to get their salaries because mismanagement in lake asphalt. That's supposed to be the most profitable company, one of the most profitable companies in Trinidad and Tobago. If you ever was showing, you know. That's supposed to be one of the most profitable companies in Trinidad and Tobago. And another thing, Mr. Prime Minister and Mr. Minister of Finance, let me rethink on the budget and how we're spending money. This year should be a maintenance year for Trinidad and Tobago. The infrastructure crumbling all over Minister of Finance and Prime Minister. Check it out good. And you see the transportation system, where these people raising their fares. It had a bus system at a time, and this is why I always trying to lobby for buses, but we waiting on people, not people waiting on buses. Here how it goes, Bruce Wayne and Dominic. The bus waiting there, instead of having a long line, as people come, they fill up the bus. And as that bus leave, our next bus, according to the on the route where there's heavy traffic, if you was watching it, on less traffic, I see Mova, it have a Mova bus. That bus does travel with 1 and 2 persons whole day, if you was watching it. People hardly taking it because they have no timing for when the bus is coming, if you was watching you. We must have a reliable bus service so that they could relieve the people from the increase in prices in the maxis and the taxis. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Dominic, and morning, Bruce.
Hey, man, morning.
Well, you see that transportation thing with the bus and on time and thing? Sometimes no part of the world have bus on time. People talk a mile of stupidness. Remember, I lived in America for a long time. I live in Canada. Now, as long as there's traffic on the road, you can't get bus on time. But the bus will jump over the traffic. And people drive all kind of what it have to have is more police on the road controlling the traffic. Hey, where you're parking there, you're supposed to park the ticket. You're supposed to park the ticket. You're supposed to stop the ticket. And everything will run straight. And with the traffic, with the maxi taxi and the thing where they're talking about the stores want to call them back to take back the bus and all kind of thing because they ain't paying. And so they want to take the money from us now to pay the bus company, we call it who they buy the bus from. Now let me tell you something. We who are walking away and we have to pay mortgage. When we have money to pay, who we go charge? Who we go put the money on the charge? Bus maxi drivers and taxi drivers only have a little reason. Have a little reason. Cut down on the amount the woman only have. Cut down the amount the woman only have. When only charging me because the bus company, because the store want to take back all the bus. When we had to pay we mortgage, who we charging for not take back the house? Only have a little reason. Only want to kill people for only to live and let live.
sober thinking leads on to happiness and righteousness, according to the man just now. All you behave all yourself. Mr. President of the Taxi Drivers Association, the taxi driver, all you think it again. Think it over, think it again. What are you doing for people to think for? And all you see is bread business. All you make all you buying kiss and all kind of things. The kiss bread raw. The kiss bread raw. And all you sell by you can't make a sandwich and put a slice of tomato. Because the tomato soak into the bread, the kiss bread still raw. Leave the bread alone. All you put all your hand, all the young girls, cut all your fingernails, clean all your fingernails, need some flour. Oh God, our God.
Guys, it's almost time for us to close, but we continue to take your calls. 342-0081, 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Yeah, Bruce, Dominic. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Kingsley, like here, no other party to go to. He run out of political parties. Kingsley is what you call a political grasshopper. So nobody don't take this gentleman for real. You don't have to come in or he go in. I really don't understand him. As the saying goes, Dominic, a rolling stone gathers no more. This man keep rolling. Where you going together? He only jump in. Why remain one place now, boy? Okay, thanks.
Chicken Kingsley.
Yeah, no Kingsley or his squad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Father. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Dominic. Morning, Bruce.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Well, this I don't want to say it, but this half-female council, self-proclaimed, who for some reason can't hush. Because the more she talks, the more money she intends to pay. A foundation must have some money put on the fee because you know nothing about what's going on, and you just come and talk, and the more you talk, the more you don't pay and you. And for some reason, I listen to the city and she talk about fires done, this one done. But when you was in charge, you always advise. You could never answer a question on the spot, but you know dance. And if you really analyze she good, in about 2 or 3 years after something takes place, you come in and give a speech. You know why? Because you gotta wait for Cook and them to write a speech. You want to see that. You don't write no speech. If Cook and them writing a speech, but you know who done. And you want everybody fired. Ram Logan, Moila, all them run rackets. They do what they want. Nobody, you don't want them fired, but you want this one fired. And all of a sudden, no, you want to take the top of the president. Who is you? You're an opposition. But in the peace, my business. And stop being a nuisance. Anyhow, well, after Kingsley, he does Belgium and Central and them, the truth does really hit them. Because you call the top about Kingsley, nothing else. Kingsley can say what he wants. He phone. Whenever he gets you can say what he wants. But apparently, what he saying can lash him home. Anyhow, locked on listening.
So listen to talk by Dominic boy. Doesn't himself see that in there all the time.
10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Change.
Yeah.
That was from Monday, 27th.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I don't have noticed that inside today. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Brucey, darling. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, sweetheart. Morning, Sharon. Morning, everybody. I tell you, I was talking about size and how much from size.
Yes.
Be smart, now, man. Take an onion and plant it in the soil, and you're getting the best onion in the world. Turn it upside down, and it's shooting up size after size after size. Take a garlic, bury it in the soil, not too deep, with some manure, and that garlic setting out something looking like size. It's even better than the garlic. Although because services them are going to keep the size. You don't have to cook with size. You get bandana and you get that in ginger. You have French time, you have all them things you could bring in your yard. And stop worrying with them. If they want to come down, we will charge that kind of price. Or they need some flour. Once you have flour, you have food. Forget these people and the fancy things. We got bhaji. Indian people have said pumpkin, the young pumpkin leaf, and they bhaji and eat. You understand? We want the big life. We have to come down and leave them with a thing. And I want to tell that man, son, try to leave my son Kingsley alone. When he was talking on the throat and cussing PNM, he was that Rastapa. But to understand, he find himself and he understand what he was doing. Because remember, Kingsley was the masterpiece talker for Jolin John. Now he realized people wake up and smell the coffee all over to kill Kingsley. Man, look for somebody else. Kingsley not a man. Leave him alone. Leave Kingsley, let him do what he had to do. You understand? I find that central. You have a bad tabanka, but you know what? All you have to stay there for another almost 3-4 years. Or you're not coming back, boy. And understand that all what they're trying to do to make this government ungovernable. Almighty God, Jehovah, God, them back. And all they have to fight with God, not mankind. You understand? What the Lord opened, no man closed it. And what he closed that, no man opened. Man, only take that and smoke it on your pipe and go to hell in a handbasket. Thank you, sweet people. I love to listen.
Yes, my dear. So, let me do our daily word. Our daily word for today is positive. My positive attitude helps me see the good in my life. Positivity is how I engage the world and how I live life. No matter what is going on in my world, I always have the power to choose my attitude. A positive attitude extends to all people I encounter. I am committed to beholding their divinity no matter what they may be going through or the challenges they may be facing. Even though I see their humanity clearly, I know there is so much more to them than personality and circumstance. Positivity brings my mood, enlivens my body, and keeps me eagerly expecting all the good to come. I am blessed to see the best in myself, in others, and all around me. I myself feel confident about you, my brothers and sisters, and you yourselves are full of goodness, filled with all knowledge, and able to instruct one another. Romans 15:14. See if I could squeeze in. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce.
Morning,
good
morning.
Yeah, man, and happy birthday to the South, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Bruce. And Dominic, good morning, boy.
Morning, sir.
Dominic, you know, boy, look, I'm an old fella in this listening to these people. But you know, this lady is such a shameful person, boy. You know that what she do there with that drilling, that petrotrin issue. You know, she remind me of Can and Williams. Can and Williams lost their work and had to mourn out and all this kind of things. She about man take bribe. And with the same Alan Logan, and up to today the case can't finish. The Dansuk, when they send them back to Dansuk, up to today Dansuk case can't finish. All these years. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Remember, look at Clause 34, what she did with it. The same Alan Logan and all of them again. You stop them, tie up a man and send him up to have the clause thing up. When we home here setting Old Year's night, look, the two men right here in Trinidad up to now they and try. And Anam Logan says they go get a better trial in Trinidad and Tobago. So my legislator go and had the two fellas here, and today the case jumped. This lady is a destructive lady. It is hurting me very much to see the destruction she's trying to put in this place, and people sitting down and people following that lady and taking that from she, you know, brother. It's hurting me like if I have a diarrhea, boy. But God is good. But we have to get up and do something for ourselves, boy. We can't put God in front all the time. We have to let Him lead us. But we have to get up and do something positive in order to put a stop to that lady. It's time to stop it. Have a nice day, fellas.
You too, man. Take care.
Yeah.
So guys, and with that, that's all the time we have for today. It was a pleasure being in the company. It was a pleasure having you in ours. We'll be back here tomorrow, please God, Dominic and myself. So talk to you guys tomorrow, please God. And as we say, Dominic, ciao.
The keys to her front door because it seemed she didn't care about me anymore. Gave her all the love I had and she spilled it, boy. So I packed my things into a shopping bag and decided to split. But Lord knows that I don't wanna be lonely tonight. No, don't wanna be lonely tonight. I mean it, yes I mean it. I don't wanna be lonely tonight. No, but I would rather to be lonely than to live a dirty life. All of the things that we've been through, girl, she used to make me happy. You now make me blue. And I didn't believe the things that I heard. No, but now I've seen it with my own eyes. Action speaks louder than words. But Lord knows that I don't wanna be lonely tonight. My brother know that I don't wanna be lonely tonight. No, 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 I don't wanna be lonely tonight. No, I would rather to be lonely than to live a dirty life. All of the things that we've been through, girl, that used to make me happy, they now make me blue. And I didn't believe the things that I heard. No, but now I've seen it with my own eyes. Action speaks louder than words. Yeah, I don't wanna be lonely tonight. My brother know that I don't wanna be lonely tonight. No, 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 I don't wanna be lonely tonight. No, but I would rather to be lonely than to live a dirty life. Give me something, daddy. Hey.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in